Happy Friday, y'all. J-Dog here. Hey, just sat down, opened up some charts. I intentionally waited a little bit longer today because I knew today was a news-heavy morning. I'm going to post something in the video here so that give you a good reference where you can check the news. And that is the first thing you need to do every single day. News drives the market. Anytime they're going to be doing any sort of economic data release, there's a million different things that can do it, but that would include inflation and interest rates and all kinds of things. I can give you a website where you can check it, and it actually rates it with different priorities. Some of them are higher priority than others. But anytime you see heavy news, at least for me, it means do not be in the market. It causes some violent reactions, unpredictable. If you're right, yeah, you can. It's really good, but if you're wrong, you can blow an account within seconds. So anyway, I'm gonna probably start trading here pretty soon, and I will add that in here shortly. All right, guys. So we're in a trade now. As you can see, we're up about 10 ticks right now. A tick is a quarter over there on the price. If you see it, when it moves one quarter, that number changes. Now, this is called NinjaTrader, is the platform that I'm using. And you can actually click this, and instead of it showing ticks, it'll show dollars. And you can click it several times. It'll show you percentage. It'll show you points. But right now, we're up 17 ticks. We did lose one trade earlier, but there we go. There's our unrealized profit. We're up 17 ticks right now. And I'm actually just going to take that. I'll take it. Turned a red day into a green day. Probably not done. I'm going to take another trade, but that'll just show you, that shows you that you can turn a red day into a green day as long as you know when to cut your losses, have some risk management, and take your next setup faithfully. Don't let it get you upset. Don't get angry. Don't get all emotional about it and start doing revenge trades. Just stick to your strategy. Take the next setup. Get you some green bags. And when you do, it'll make it that much. All right, guys, in one more short trade here. This will probably be the last trade of my day. Already 10 ticks up, as you can see, growing the green bags over here. I'm probably going to let it get maybe not too much farther, and I'm just going to go ahead and lock it in and take the easy money today. Again, I love ending Friday early because it's awesome. You get to go enjoy your weekend, and because you can't trade on the weekends in this market. It's only open Monday through Friday. So I enjoy getting some quick green bags, especially on Friday, and just calling it a week and going and celebrating all weekend, doing a little bit of studying over the weekend and coming back hard on Monday. Let's see here. Where are we sitting? And locked it in. I'm going to call that a wrap today, guys. Look at those green bags. First trade didn't go my way. Next two did. Had risk management in my back pocket, and that's what really turned a red day into a very green day. And I'm calling it not just a day, but a week. And so that's the final tally for today. As you can see, I've got some custom indicators that I created that I use, and they do give me an edge. They do help me to use the same strategies over and over. Sometimes it gets a little, you might call it boring because you're just looking for the same setups over and over. But my edge is that I know my win rate, and I know I'm not going to win them all. But as long as I cut the losers short and then take my next setups, then I can turn a red day into a green day. I've done it the last 2 days. So if you guys have any questions at all, if you'd like to have a one-on-one so I can kind of walk you through the whole process. There's also a very good opportunity for funding where you're not having to use very much of your own capital at all to get some of these accounts. And then basically you just have to go through a process where you show that you can hit a certain profit target, and you get a real funded account with real money. And again, you're using very little of your own. So if you guys have any questions at all, reach out. I'd be more than happy to walk you through that process and get you hooked up with some of my custom indicators. So as you guys saw, not all trades you're not just going to be green, 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 green. You got to be able to deal with the red. Red is part of the process. If you know your win rate, you also know your lose rate. Take that into account. Expect losses. They're going to happen. Think about any sport out there, whether you're a football player, if you're a quarterback, if you're a batting average in baseball, if it's a free throw percentage in basketball, you ain't gonna make them all. There's no such thing as 100%. Same goes for trading. So don't think you're ever gonna get to a point where you never lose a trade. What you gotta do is you gotta get to the point where you expect to lose, but you know exactly what you're gonna do when you do lose, and it doesn't mess you up. You don't beat yourself up emotionally and get angry and start doing revenge trading, because that right there is where you will you'll really screw up your account. So anyway, guys, the news, like I said, I'm gonna I can't emphasize it enough that you need to check the news. I'll add a photo at the end of this showing you the website, and I'll even show you what I look at every day before I even open a chart. And when I see what time those news events are going to happen, I am not in the market. I'm not going to stick around and find out if it has a violent reaction and if it goes completely against me, because it can do serious damage to an account in a matter of seconds. So I just avoid all news. I let it play out. I let it do its thing. After it kind of calms back down, I re-enter the normal market, because that's where I know my win rate. News can be completely unpredictable, and it can go up and then back down so fast your chart can't even keep up with it. That's how crazy it gets. So anyway, guys, if you have any questions at all, especially the platform that I use for funding, I'm not using very much of my own capital to do this. It's got 2 rounds. Basically, you have to, for less than $15, you can get an account. And the first one is just an evaluation account where you prove that you can hit a certain profit target before you lose a certain amount of money. If you do that, then they award you with an actual funded account. It's their money. Now, you do have to pay one more fee to get this account. But again, it's relatively low cost. And then same rules apply, except this time it's a real account. So when you take this one to the finish line, you qualify for a payout, and the first $25,000 in payouts is 100% yours. After that, it goes to a 90-10 split. You keep 90, they keep 10%. And here's the best news. They actually pay you out as 1099 income. So this doesn't count as short-term capital gains like it would if you were trading a real futures account, where you're probably going to have to pay a tax rate of like 50% on those gains. In this case, it would just be whatever your normal wage income, whatever tax bracket you're in, that's your taxes. So there's a lot of upside here, low risk compared to having to fund your own full account with all your real money, putting it all on the line. And you can right now you can get an account for less than $15. And to me, for that cost, just a learning experience to learning how to read the market, learning how to do this and that. It'll build your confidence. And then if you happen to blow the account, $15, you can get another one. You know, you can't even go out and get a fast food meal for that anymore. So anyway, if you guys are interested, reach out. I can tell you more about it. I can also share some of the custom indicators that I have with you, so you'll have a strategy. Now you will have to take it and do your own homework. You're gonna have to go back and calculate your own win rate, figure out how much profit, your position size, how much you're going to risk on each trade. But once you get a game plan, all you got to do is go run the play, guys. So anyway, y'all have a fabulous weekend. Happy Friday, y'all. Can't wait to get right back at it next week. And let's go.